What's up, everybody? Peach Booty here, and after Black Cat took the world by storm with her fat ass in Marvel Rivals, I figured this would be the perfect time to do this video. So this is my personal top 5 asses in Marvel Rivals. And right away, we're going to start with some honorable mentions, which is pretty much the entire cast. With all the characters and costumes that have come out for this game, it feels like every character has a fat ass. Even this game's smallest butt is bigger than most games' biggest butts. But if I did have to shout out one particular honorable mention before I get into my top 5, it would have to be Psylocke. Now, Psylocke was originally in my top 5 when I first started working on this video. But recently, a character got a new outfit, an outfit that finally showcased that character's ass and put them into top 5. But Psylocke, I have argued, has had the best overall ass skins, just not the best overall ass. So let's get into the top 5 best overall asses in Marvel Rivals. And the character that just got that outfit, that just snuck in to number 5, is Emma Frost. Now, she did have the Hellfire Protocol outfit, which was more of a see-through outfit where you could kind of see her ass for the first time without jumping or looking underneath those damn coattails or capes that have always been there in every outfit. But with her Hellfire Gala outfit, her newest outfit, that also has a cape. But you can actually remove the cape so you can actually see her ass now. But the reason it's number 5 and not any higher than that, other than just the outfits, is with this outfit, we've been able to see her run, walk, all these different animations, and we can tell that there was a reason they had the coattails on there. There's just times where her stances and movement looks awkward, but it's still one of the biggest butts in the game. Just not the biggest, and definitely not the best, but still top 5. So let's go to our number 4 ass, which I think is a bigger ass when it comes to the butt itself, or at least the butt compared to the rest of the body, because Emma Frost is just larger than this character. But that is Scarlet Witch. Now, for people that haven't been paying that close attention to it, they might be like, Scarlet Witch? Really? Because you don't think about Scarlet Witch, at least I didn't, when it came to ass, especially in the MCU. You're thinking of Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow more than Elizabeth Olsen's Scarlet Witch, at least when it comes to booty specifically, right? So when Scarlet Witch got her classic outfit the same time as Black Widow got her classic outfit, and I had noticed, I was like, wait a sec, Scarlet Witch's ass is like way fatter than Black Widow's, and it's not even close, and both outfits show ass. So I did just a little research, and then I realized that people were looking at some of Scarlet Witch's older skins, one of them in particular being the Emporium Matron skin, where you can easily see that Scarlet Witch actually did have the fattest ass in the game for quite a long time. People just didn't realize it, myself included. Whereas Scarlet Witch has the really good classic outfit, and then she has that Emporium outfit, where I'll edit in a picture, where her butt's like was the biggest in the game until Rogue came out. And speaking of Rogue, she is my number 3 best ass in Marvel Rivals. Number 3, you ask? Well, she's been surpassed, so you'll see with my top 2. But when she came out, she did have the biggest ass in the game quite clearly, and it showed off in her default outfit. She even won the best video game ass of the year last year, 2025, and she didn't come in until the end in December. So yeah, Rogue, she's a tank, so they gave her that Emma Frost build. But unlike Emma Frost, right away in her default outfit, skin-tight outfit, showed off the ass perfectly. And the outfit she got with her default outfit was the Savage outfit, which in and of itself is pretty much a swimsuit summer-esque outfit. But speaking of summer outfits, I would like to see Rogue and some of these newer characters get more outfits so we can see their ass and even more skins. But for now, Rogue is my number 3 best Marvel Rivals ass, and we'll see if she can make her way back up to the top spot. Holy shit. Hold on. That is... What the fuck? What the fuck is this? Oh my god. That's right, my number 2 best ass in Marvel Rivals is none other than Penny Parker. And yes, obviously she's been aged up in this game. She's at least 18. They wouldn't give her that fat of an ass if that wasn't the case. She even got a whole spider resting on that thing. So yeah, Penny Parker, I think she's essentially kind of like the diva character analog from like Overwatch, right? And she's got way more ass than D.Va. And yes, she's very short and very small. That's why she's not number 1. But her butt to body ratio is like absurd. And from certain angles, you can really see that. The problem is we don't really get to see that much because she's usually in her mech. But when she's not, when she's in her default outfit, or even in a couple of her other outfits, like I showed the Wasteland before, and this new one during Day of the Dead, you really get to see it fairly well. You just have to go to the character select screen. And based off comments and Reddit posts and other things, Penny is definitely one of the fan favorite asses in this game, and just overall one of the best asses. Definitely one of the biggest compared to her body. We just need to see Penny more outside of her mech, and just give the girl more outfits. We want to see more of that ass. Now, we all know who number 1 is on this list. Obviously, it's Black Cat. Now, Marvel Rivals does this thing that anytime a new female character gets added into this game, regardless of how thick they are in the comics, they will pretty much give that character the biggest butt. Not necessarily all the time, but especially if the character is thicker in the comics, or is just known for their butt in general, they're going to have the biggest butt in this game. But again, Marvel Rivals, this is a game that already has the biggest butts, so we are getting to absolutely cartoonishly absurd sized asses now. And who could be bigger than Black Cat? I know a lot of people are thinking She-Hulk, that's what I've said multiple times, but it's kind of getting to a point now, is it like, are they really gonna somehow get bigger than this? And then you add the pose, and then obviously her skin type default outfit. She also has the Urban Predator outfit, so both her and Rogue and any other new female characters they add, they're also going to get new outfits down the line. And then we're going to be approaching the summer very quickly. It feels like we just got those summer swimsuit outfits. So I'm very excited. Not only does Black Cat easily have the number 1 ass right now in Marvel Rivals, but she might just have the best ass in video games, period. Maybe not of all time history, but especially if you're going right now, if we're doing some sort of power rankings right now, whose ass is literally popping off right now, it's obviously Black Cat, not just in Marvel Rivals, but in all of gaming. So that gave me an idea. I might actually do some sort of power rankings for video game asses and maybe keep it updated. Once a week is obviously too much, but for video games, something like once a month, do a little power rankings, like they do in NFL and other sports, like top 20 asses right now. So for characters that we haven't seen in a long time, they might not be on those power rankings. But if we get like an R. Mika in Street Fighter 6, if we get a She-Hulk in Marvel Rivals, they might jump way up to the top. But right now, I would personally put Black Cat number 1 best ass in Marvel Rivals in video games right now. And a vast majority of you guys agree with me if you look at the polls on my channel recently. So that's my video, my top 5 overall best asses in Marvel Rivals. This is always changing based off of different characters, different outfits, all that. But for now, I think we all agree, or at least most of us, 90+% of us agree that Black Cat not only has the best ass in Marvel Rivals, but the best overall ass in gaming right now. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.